So recently I've been online looking at all different kinds of dyed discs, and I was really considering replacing a lot of the discs I have with some newer dyed versions. But I thought to myself, well, I already have the discs I like, they're already broken in and they already fly the way I like, so why not take a crack at dyeing my own discs? So decided to head over to Superfly Disc Golf here in Las Vegas and pick up a ProCam Deluxe disc golf dye kit. I've watched a few videos online on disc dyeing and I've narrowed it down to a few different ways that I'm going to try today. I have the shaving cream method, we have the conditioner method, and then I have a pot on the stove and we're going to try the dipping method for that. So we're going to try 3 different styles and fingers crossed they come out good. I haven't tried this before, so we'll see what happens. Everything that you see here, minus this little whisk thing, I got at Dollar Tree earlier today. I got the shaving cream at Dollar Tree, I got the measuring cups at Dollar Tree, I got the squeeze bottle applicator bottles at Dollar Tree, I got the salt and pepper shaker at Dollar Tree, I got the conditioner at Dollar Tree, and then I got some Q-tips at Dollar Tree. These things here, I don't really know what they were, to be honest with you. They were the bottom for something. There was a top that went on here, but I couldn't find the tops. And these things seem to be the perfect size for the disc to fit in. So I just decided to buy these. And what was really cool is the lady didn't really know what they went to either. So when I bought these, she actually gave them to me for half price at 50 cents, which is really cool. I have the little, this little baking, I don't know what you call this, spatula thingy to help smooth out the shaving cream. Because from what I saw in the videos, that's what you need to do. And of course, the disc golf dye. This is the deluxe disc golf dye kit. I got this from Superfly Disc Golf, but you can get it at your local disc golf dealer or online at the ProCam website. I have 2 more things to show you. I have these 2 decals that I cut out. We are going to be putting these on 2 discs. Wave design is going to go on the wave disc, wave in the wave, right? The swirl is going to go on my super skippy disc that I use for skipping a lot, and that's going to go on here, and that one's going to spin like that. So that's going to be really cool. The only other thing that I was missing was alcohol. I have some 99% alcohol, and this I'm going to use to remove some of the labels on some of the discs so I can get more of a clean look on them. So I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if any of this is going to work, but we're going to try it out. I am here in my kitchen, and depending on your kitchen countertops, depending on what your kitchen countertops are made of, you're probably going to want to put some type of protective thing down so you don't ruin your countertops. So I got a couple trash bags I just split open and laid down here on the surface. So for our first disc, we're going to do the swirl design, my DDX disc, and we're going to use the shaving cream method to get hopefully a really cool swirl design. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our alcohol and we're going to take our Q-tips and we are going to rub the design off of the disc here. If you have numbers on the bottom of your disc, you may want to write them on the back side so you know what the numbers are. In this case, I already have them written down, so I'm going to go ahead and start to remove the writing here. We're getting all that off of there just like that. Okay, now when I got this disc, it had this writing on the front already. I've tried a lot of different ways to get this off of here, and it just will not come off of here. I've tried the alcohol, and the alcohol is just not penetrating. So we're just gonna leave that on there. So this is as good as it's gonna get. You can see I can't get that Sharpie off of there, but I got the rest of the disc pretty clean. Prior to the start of the video is I took all of the discs and I washed them in the sink just with some dish soap just to get all the oils and stuff off of the discs. I don't know if that affects the discs at all with the way that the dyes adhere, but I cleaned them just in case. So the disc is super clean, free of dirt, free of debris on the front and the back. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to apply the decal to the disc. Just like such. Cool, 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 cool. All right, let's turn this over. Make sure that's on there good. All right, now I think I made the sticker a little too big, but we'll see here in a little bit. Okay guys, so after a little finessing, I got this on here. Check it out, roller. So if you're like me, you like to do a lot of research on things, and when I went online to try to look for what these colors actually look like, I couldn't find much information. So let's go through them together and let's see what these things actually look like. Okay, so let's put some in here. Get a little dab. Sprinkle, sprinkle, a couple drops. Perfect. So our first one is the clear orange. And you can see that is what the clear orange looks like. It's a very orangey color. It almost looks like orange soda. A little bit goes a long way because the more you add, the more you're going to get more of a reddish orange color. But this is a really nice red color. I mean, really nice orange color, sorry. This is the pinkish red. And I just put a little bit, and you can see that it is pretty pink. It's a little pinkish red, but I really like that color. That's a really nice color. Next one we have is the meadow. Meadow, I'm not really sure about. It's kind of clear. There's not really much color. So I'm going to add a little more color to that one because I don't really know what color this is yet. It kind of looks yellowy, but I know this is probably not the right way to dissolve these dyes. I think you're supposed to use acetone, but more or less you should be able to kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like, right? So that's, I want to say that's kind of a greenish brown color. I'm not really sure though. This is the flag blue, and again, I only put a little bit, and it's a very light color blue. It's a very light blue. But it is blue. Bright yellow, which is indeed yellow. That is yellow. Yellow in color. You can see that one there. And then the last one is the lilac, which is kind of like a purple color. Purpley, very purpley. So I like that. Okay, so now that we know kind of more or less what the dyes are going to look like, now we need to decide which dye we're going to use for our disc. Based on the colors I see here, I am thinking lilac, pink, and orange on the yellow swirl. May look good, may look really bad. I don't know, but we're gonna try it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a mound of shaving cream in the middle of our plate. So now we take our little spoony spoon and we're gonna try to do our best to shape this into a mound. Like kind of like an igloo, kind of looks like an igloo, you know? I think this looks pretty good. Let's put a little bit more on here. Ooh, the shaving cream smells pretty good. And again, I got all this stuff at Dollar Tree. Everything was $1. Well, actually now it's $1.25 Tree. Everything's up with inflation. You know how that goes. Blame who you want to blame for that. Smooth it out, smooth it out, smooth it out. What do you think? We got our little shaving cream mound. Okay, perfect. What I saw online is they said to do the starburst effect, you kind of want to put the colors in an X pattern. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take some clear orange, sprinkle some of this in an X, just across the top in one line. Again, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out really nice, and hopefully it doesn't look bad. Okay, so that's our orange. We're going to put this next to here in case we decide to need more of that. And we're going to take the pinkish red, and the way it looks, it's looking like it's kind of just like that. Just a little bit on the tip. And now we're going to go in another X shape across this way, and then we're going to do the last one across this way. What's kind of cool about this is the colors are all going to kind of meet in the middle. So it's going to kind of, in the middle, there's going to be a little like burst of color, which is kind of cool. So now we're going to do a little lilac, and we're going to go this way. Okay, so I kind of have a pattern. My pattern's a little off. So this is the pattern I have. It's like an X. You can kind of see. It's kind of like an X pattern, right? One shot. All right, we're committed. And now I'm just pushing down as I twist. And they said to push down till you see the edges of the thing come up, which is just like that. And they said you're going to want to put something in here for weight. So I'm just going to use these salt and pepper shakers because they're kind of heavy. I mean, hopefully I did it right. It looks like I did it right. I don't really know. We won't know until it's time to reveal. So we're going to let this one go for a little bit, and I'll show you the results here in just a bit. For our next method, we're going to be trying out the conditioner method with the wave disc, and we're going to be trying to apply this wave decal on the disc too. So let's see how this goes. So let's get a Q-tip, and let's get our alcohol. Start taking this bad boy off. It comes off, it just comes off really slow, so you kind of just got to be patient with it. I'm using alcohol. I don't know if maybe acetone or nail polish remover might work better, but yeah, this is not easy. This is definitely not easy. We got it off. You can still kind of see it a little bit, but that's about as good as it's going to get. Next thing we're going to do is apply our decal to the disc. See how this looks here. pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job. All right, so we got our decal on there now. Now we just gotta peel our backing off. Make sure all of our air bubbles are out of there. We don't want any dye getting in there. All right, so check it out. Got our wave disc. So for the wave, now we need to decide what colors we're gonna do for this. Maybe like purples, some really cool purples. I'm thinking like purples and pinks. Maybe some blues. Blue, lilac, and pink. And here we go. Mount it up. We're good to go. All right, so now let's get our colors going. So we're gonna go pinkish red. Let's get some blue in there. It's a little faint hint of blue. And then our last color is gonna be the lilac. Okay, we got that. We have our shaving cream mound ready to go with our colors on there. Here we go. Ready? One shot. Okay. Boom. Really cool color combination. Excited to see what this one looks like. What we're gonna try is the conditioner method. And I'm not sure how this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna put a bunch of conditioner in here. And kind of like that, I guess. Okay. So now we have our conditioner on our plate, and it's kind of flattening out a little bit, I guess. All right. And I'll put a little bit more. Okay, so now we're gonna try to add some pattern to this and see what happens. Colors we were gonna use were the pinkish red, and let's do it in a swirl pattern. Now we're gonna do our lilac. Okay, flag blue. Okay, now that I have it in here, I kind of want to do some like swirl designs or something, right? Maybe some like swirlies. Some little swirlies. Let's get a skewer here. A bamboo skewer. All right, we got a little bamboo skewer action. And let's see what happens when I drag some lines through here. What happens? Nothing happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, so we're just trying things out. Let's try this D4 and we'll leave the stamp on this one and see what happens. Yeah, let's just go right in there, I guess. Here we go. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we did it. Okay, so that was conditioner with just sprinkling. That's another one though, okay? Okay, so we tried the conditioner, we tried the shaving cream. Now we're gonna try the last style, which is just hot water and some dye. So for the hot dip, I'm gonna use my Valkyrie. It's in Champion plastic, so it's a little more see-through. So the plan with this is to just dip like half of the disc. So, because this is my really skippy disc I like to use for my skip shots. So hopefully it'll go, skip, and just kind of do like I'm gonna do like a half a dye. So when it skips, it's kind of look like a helicopter. So the plan is we're gonna put some dip in there, and then we're just gonna dip the disc in there halfway, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, the question is, what color dip are we gonna do on this? So let's do maybe orange. Let's do the orange color. Let's do the orange color. Okay, so we put our 1 teaspoon of dye in our water, and it's pretty orange. Yep, that's still still pretty potent. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the pot on the stove, and we're gonna warm this up. Now with the dipping method, it says you don't need the water to be boiling. You just want the water to be hot enough, not melt the plastic, but just warm the plastic enough so the dye will go in there. So once the pot starts smoking, I'm gonna move the pot over here so that you guys can see the dipping process and see what it looks like. Okay guys, so the soup is all warm and ready to go. You can see there's smoke coming out of it, but it's not boiling. We don't want it boiling. We have our Champion Valkyrie here, and I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dip it in, and I don't know, we're just gonna dip it in and see what happens. All right, so let's try it out. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Do you see it dying at all? Doesn't appear to be dying. Okay, let's just leave it in there for like a few minutes and see what happens. I don't see any dye. It is kind of dyed, I guess. It is working, because I mean, you can tell from here that it is dyed, you know, a little bit. It's just taking a really long time. The water's heating up again, so we're gonna try it one more time and see what happens. I added a little bit more powder, so we'll see the results we get the second time around, all right? Okay guys, so round 2 of the soup is done. It's a little darker in color, as you can see here. All right, dipping in, here we go. Oh yeah, much faster. Look at that. It's working. It's working. How's that looking? Check that out. Now we're getting somewhere, guys. Look at that. See that gradation? Pretty cool, huh? We're gonna dip a little bit more. Try to get that, I wanna get that tip really red, man. So the key with this was more dye. Well, that's pretty cool. Check that out. You see the gradation? That's pretty nice, right? Yeah, so now when it spins, look at that. Kind of cool, right? Yeah, pretty neat, pretty neat. Cool. Okay, so that's working out pretty good. It's a little uneven, so I'm gonna dip it one more time in here. More dye is the secret. All right, guys, so that is our dipped disc. Check that out. Check out that effect. That's kind of cool, right? Okay, the other 3 discs are going to be chilling overnight in the one in the conditioner and the 2 in the shaving cream. So I will come back tomorrow morning and we'll see what those look like. Probably been about 13 hours since I first set the discs in the shaving cream and the conditioner. These 2 discs, the shaving cream is gone, so it's touching the bottom of the plate. So I don't know how these are actually going to look. This one here with the conditioner seems to still have a little bit of, well, that's kind of bottomed out too. So all 3 appear to have bottomed out. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to have an effect. One thing I did read last night when I was trying to figure out the time I should let them sit is they did say the cheaper the shaving cream you use, the less it will stay fluffy and the disc will slowly start to go to the bottom where it just bottoms out. So something to keep in mind, maybe use either better shaving cream or just don't let it sit for as long. But we have the 3 here, so like anything with the disc dye, it's all about the reveal, all right? So I'm gonna move the camera over to the sink so you can see when I wash them off and we'll do the big reveal, all right? So let's check it out. All right, guys, we got our first disc right here, so now we're gonna take it out and we're gonna see what it looks like. Here we go. Oh man, look at that, it bottomed out. So it doesn't look like our full design got all the way through. Let's wash this off here, see what happens. Cool, so check that out, that's what that looks like. All right, so now we're gonna peel the decals off to reveal the other side of our dye. Okay, so here we go, let's peel this off. Again, I've never done this before, so this is the first time for me too. Here we go. Ooh, check that out. All right. Oh, okay, we got a little bit of bleed right there. Not too bad though, not too bad for our first time. Okay, got a little bit of bleed right there too. So with these, we got to make sure that we really get our air bubbles out. And that one. It's kind of a cool look. Definitely a cool effect. You can see when it spins, it's going to look really cool going down. So that's kind of neat. Pretty cool. So that's number 1. Let's check out our next disc. Okay, so our second disc also bottomed out. Now let's see what this looks like. Let's reveal. Ooh, super dark. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're gonna do the little reveal action. Check it out. Ooh, it's coming a little lighter. Ooh, it's kind of a dark purple, which is nice. But it's coming up. You can see it lightening up just a little bit. All right, so we peeled our sticker off, and that's what that one looks like. So a little bit dyed on the logo. I'm gonna try to remove some of that, maybe with some alcohol and see if I can't get a little clearer image, but this is looking pretty good. Check that out. The wave also spins. Woo, spinny wave. Okay, now it's time for our last reveal. This is the D4, and this was in the conditioner. Now, we did have issues mixing our conditioner. Like I said, I don't think I mixed it quite right, but we got it in here, and we're gonna see what it looks like. So now let's see what this looks like. Okay, you can see what that looks like. I don't know what we're going to quite get with this. So let's hose it off and see what it looks like. Hey, check that out. That's kind of cool. So this just appears to be sitting on the surface. Oh, okay. So we just wipe some of this off. That's kind of neat. This one's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, this one came out really cool. I like this one. Yeah, this one looks really cool. This one has a really nice splatter effect. It's kind of subtle, but really cool. Check that out. It looks really nice. Okay guys, so we have our 3 discs all cleaned up. Check it out. This is the D4. I really like the way this one came out. Really nice colors on this one. Pretty cool. A little bit of bleed on the backside, but not too bad. But overall, this one came out really nice. We have the Wave that came out really cool. You can see the Wave for sure, but I got a little bit of bleed through with some of this other stuff and a little bit of bleeding on top. So I'm gonna try to clean that one up a little bit. And then the third one was the GDX. We did with the swirl pattern, which came out really cool. The colors are not quite what I wanted, but again, the 2 discs and the shaving cream bottomed out. Could be because of the cheapness of the shaving cream, maybe the temperature. I'm not quite sure what it was, but the 2 bottomed out, and this is the look we got. But overall, pretty cool because look, we still got the effect we were going for, which was the spinning effect, which is really cool. And then also our 4th one that we dyed yesterday with the hot dip. This is our 4th one, the Valkyrie. This one came out really cool too. So yeah, out of all 4, the ones that are probably my favorite, I really like the way the dipped one came out because it looks really cool when it flies. But overall, if I had to pick a winner, it'd probably be the D4 only because it came out the cleanest as far as pattern goes. And then probably the spinner, and then probably the Wave. The Wave, I don't really like the way it came out because the colors are so solid. I thought it would have more of a, mixed color, but like I said, because it bottomed out, that might have caused some problems. Okay guys, if this video was helpful to you at all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time we put a new video out. If you have any questions or comments about anything you saw in the video, feel free to leave those down below. And until next time guys, see ya.